Northern California, late 1960s, a world shifting between peace and chaos. Woodstock was playing, the moon was in reach, and America's innocence was fading. Then came the letters, typed on thin yellow paper, stamped with cruelty, and signed with a symbol, a crosshair. Each note began the same. "This is the Zodiac speaking." He claimed to have killed. He described the scenes, and he threatened to do it again. For years, the Zodiac Killer haunted the Bay Area, a faceless shadow who played chess with police, journalists, and fear itself. And even when the killings stopped, the mystery didn't. It only grew stronger.
It began on December 20th, 1968. A couple, Biddy Lou Jensen and David Faraday, parked along a lover's lane near Lake Herman Road, just outside Vallejo. No witnesses, no sound. Just two teenagers and a car that pulled up behind them. Both were shot at close range. The killer left calmly, like someone who had done it before. 7 months later, he struck again. July 4th, 1969. Blue Rock Springs. Another couple, Darlene Farron and Mike Majau, sitting in a parked car. The attacker fired multiple shots through the window, then called the police himself to report it. "I want to report a double murder. If you go 1 mile east on Columbus Parkway, you'll find kids in a brown car. They were shot with a 9mm. I also killed those kids last year." He hung up, and a name was born. The Zodiac.
A month later, 3 major newspapers in San Francisco received identical letters. Each contained a cipher, a block of symbols that the writer claimed held his identity. He demanded they print them on the front page, or more people would die. The letter ended with, "I like killing because it is so much fun." The press printed the code, and within days, a school teacher and his wife cracked it. It read, in part, "I like killing because it gives me the most thrilling experience. Man is the most dangerous animal of all." No name, no clue. Just a message from someone who wanted to be seen, but never found. September 27th, 1969, Lake Berryessa. A young couple, Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard, were having a picnic by the water. A man approached wearing a black hood marked with a white crosshair symbol. He held a gun. He tied them both up and then stabbed them repeatedly. He drew the Zodiac symbol on their car door with the date and his signature. Cecilia died. Brian survived. He would later tell police, "He spoke softly, almost politely, like someone acting a role." That same night, the killer called police again, calm, methodical, proud. October 11th, 1969, San Francisco. Cab driver Paul Stein picked up a passenger near Union Square. Moments later, the cab was found pulled over at a corner, Stein dead from a gunshot wound to the head. 3 teenagers saw the suspect from their window. They described a man in his 30s or 40s, heavyset, glasses, short hair. Normal. Police arrived, but due to a radio mix-up, they were told to look for a black suspect. The killer likely walked right past them, blending into the city crowd. Days later, another letter arrived. It included a piece of Paul Stein's bloody shirt. The Zodiac was watching. By now, San Francisco was frozen in panic. He threatened to bomb school buses, boasted about disguises, and claimed dozens of victims no one could confirm. Every man in a dark coat became a suspect. Every cipher, a potential confession. But each time detectives got close, he slipped back into the fog, a phantom with a typewriter and a plan. There were hundreds of suspects, but one stood out. Arthur Lee Allen, a former school teacher discharged from the Navy, known for his temper and for owning a Zodiac brand wristwatch marked with the same crosshair symbol. Police searched his home. They found weapons, notes, even disturbing writings, but no hard evidence, and his fingerprints didn't match. He remained the prime suspect for decades, until his death in 1992. Even in death, people whispered his name. The Zodiac sent more ciphers. One, a 340-character code, baffled cryptologists for over 50 years. In 2020, a team of international codebreakers finally solved it. It read, "I hope you are having lots of fun in trying to catch me. I am not afraid of the gas chamber because it will send me to paradise all the sooner." Even in encryption, his arrogance survived. But again, no name. He spoke only in riddles. Decades passed. Then technology began catching up. In 2021, a team of investigators called the Case Breakers used forensic genealogy and handwriting analysis to identify the man behind the myth. Gary Francis Poste, a California house painter and Air Force veteran who died in 2018. His facial scars matched witness sketches. His handwriting overlapped with the Zodiac's. And inside his own darkroom, investigators found coded messages and photos connecting him to multiple crime scenes. The pieces finally fit, but it was too late for justice. Poste had taken his secret to the grave. Even after the name, the mystery refuses to rest. Some experts dispute the DNA results. Others believe the Zodiac may have been more than one person, or that Poste was part of something larger. But what's certain is this: the Zodiac didn't just kill people. He created fear that echoed through generations, through letters and legends. He turned murder into communication, and every word, every symbol, every riddle he left behind keeps him alive. The crosshair is now a symbol of silence. The man is gone. The mystery, solved in parts, but still haunting in whole. The Zodiac Killer wrote his own myth. He promised that one day we'd understand. But maybe the truth isn't in the code. Maybe it's in what the code took away. A face we never saw. A fear we never forgot. The Zodiac didn't just die. He dissolved into every shadow that watches from the dark.